Yo boys and girls, it's Jason here, back from Mr. Jason.Farrell. Today we're bringing you a simple t-shirt slash design in general for in Photoshop, and it's very simple to do. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. It's an A4 page, every design. Put a couple of ruler marks out there so we can know what we're doing. It's a shape, three text files, and that's about it. And it looks, the design speaks for itself. It's very simplistic, very plain, very modern. I like it. Text, what I put into it makes it stand out to me because it basically shows you what I'm feeling inside. That's one thing you must remember as being a designer, is that if you're gonna put wording or text file on your design, for example, the wording has to make sense to you, and it has to make sense. The message has to go across. The same message that it feels to you, it has to go across to your viewers. So saying stay unplugged simply means to me is that I'm gonna say, for example, don't let others cloud your judgment. So stay unplugged, do your own thing, be yourself, don't worry about others. That's what stay unplugged means to me. Okay, established 1994, just threw it in there. We can always change the date. We could put in 1997, the year I was born, if you want to do that, but 1994 just seemed appropriate for this thing. Okay, anyway guys, so we're gonna hide our design layer over here. Basically that's our 4 layers there that we're using. Very simple. We're gonna hide our design layers, and we're gonna start with the A4 background. If you guys don't know how to get there, what you do is you go to File. If you guys want to new the old way, File, New. Once that loads up, you should be on Custom. Alright, you go over to Preset, International Paper. You can select any file size here. I like to design on the A4 because you can always resize it perfectly after. If you're doing large format printing or any t-shirt printing or sublimation, you're going to do it on CMYK because most inkjet printers are CMYK. I like to do it on 8-bit just in case you want to rasterize as layers, and I like to do it at 300 dpi. Always design at 300 dpi. The inks on the sublimation, it will give you the best coverage for it. And you click OK, and it'll open up your new tab. So basically that's what we have here. If you know how to get your rulers, View, and then you just click on rulers, or you can go to Control R. And if you're a Mac user, it's Command R basically. And then you'll get these lines at the top here. What this does, you just drag it down, you line up where your page ends. I like to do that. And if you're really new to design, so basically that's what you got, which is the same I got there. And if you're really new to design, if you really want to get into it, what you can go File, View, you're going to go New Guide, Vertical, you're going to type in 50%, so put a line down 50% of the page, go again File, New Guide, and trust me, you only do this on your background layer, because whatever layer type you're on, okay, it's going to give you the middle position of that. Okay, I'll show you example now. You go 50%, we click on vertical, horizontal, 50% gives you a line going across the page. Now it looks like a lot of bloody lines. If you don't want to see that, you Control H, hides those guidelines, it hides all your marks, everything like that. On Mac user, when I say Control, you say Command. Okay, so Control H again gets it back. So now let me show you what I was talking about here. If I go to this, right, and if I select this whole thing, you see it's sort of lined up. But if I do this, for example, move it over to the side or move it down here, and I select the shape. The shape is not, it's off-centered. Let's just move the shape somewhere there. Okay, hit OK. Then you see I'm on that file shape there. If I go over to here and I go View, New Guide, and I say 50%, it's still going to put it down the middle of the page, but it's not perfect. You see, because this is on 0 and it's 29, so it's not going to give you the perfect line. So what I prefer to do is hit that Control Alt Z, get rid of that line or undo the last change, click on your background layer, do View, do New Guide, do 50%, and it comes perfect. Okay, that means you know your background layer is the layer you're designing on, and that's the layer that's going to be 100% for you. Okay, so you can always hide those, and your background layer is still going to be your clean blank page. Okay, that's what I like to do. Let's get rid of this. Let's get the design back to where it was. You can hide that. Let's go back to our new thing over here. Right, I'm gonna go to custom shape. My fill is black. Okay, at the moment I got a lot of files here, right? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get the unplug sign again. Click on there, go back. Okay, to expand the shape equally, what you're gonna do is you're gonna hit shift on your keyboard, and you're gonna hold shift, and you're gonna click, and you're gonna drag. Okay, that's we're gonna do that. Once you place it, it's gonna go equal. That's not gonna have any pixelating. If I undo this, right, and I just drag it over, you see I can basically do it in any way. As soon as I hit shift enter, it's gonna put it no pixels, but it's not gonna look right. It's gonna look out of proportion. So to get it in proportion, the way that graphic designer designed these shapes to do, you're gonna hit and you're gonna hold shift, and you're gonna do it like that. Okay, hit V on your keyboard. That allows you to use the move tool. This is where those guides came in handy. You see, each thing has a center point. You just line it up there. Bob's your uncle or your aunt, whatever you want to do. Hit Control G, Command G if you're on a Mac, and it hides its guides, and you can have a look, see what it looks like. Let's take it a bit back. Okay, looks about right. Hit Control H again. Your keyboard. Now we're gonna hit T for text shape, for text file. Okay, hit first one up here. I'm using Lobster 1.4. You can download off the fonts on Google. Just type in the fonts, then type in Lobster 1.4. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is gonna say stay, enter. You can click that little tick button over there, hit V again on your keyboard. Let's bring that down. Okay, what those lines are there, I'm using Photoshop CC. You get this automatically in Photoshop, not CC, I'm using Photoshop CS6. You get it automatically in Photoshop CC. Okay, the way you get that, you go to View, you go to Show, and then you go down to Smart Guides. That allows you to get that purple lines right there. Okay, we're gonna hide that. We're gonna hit T again on our keyboard. We're gonna type in unplugged. Now this time I'm gonna use my capitals, hyphen, whatever you want to call that tool, capital P, unplugged. Right, let's get that centered, sort of. Let's hit that OK button. Get another text tool. We're gonna go EST dot space 1994. We're gonna get that on our canvas so we can have a look what we're doing. Let's go correct our S there. Simplistic, that's what I like. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and bring everything together, tie everything together. So let's bring down our size of our unplugged over here, just to get everything in proportion. I'm happy with 80. Right, hit your V on your keyboard, push enter, hit that V on your keyboard, and then just sort of align it perfectly. Okay, you don't have to 100%, but ideally it's nicer to have a sort of perfect design. Okay, the estate established in 1994. I'm gonna make it a bit smaller. What we're gonna do, we're gonna hit enter on our keyboard, we're gonna hit V, we're gonna move that into the middle of our computer, into the middle of our canvas. We're gonna do that, we're gonna center it. Bob is your uncle, I'm happy with that. Hit Control H on your keyboard, that's gonna hide all those, hit Control H again, that's gonna hide all those guides and everything like that. Take a look, go Alt and just dial your wheel back and forth. Get a look at what it's gonna look like. Very simplistic, easy to do. This is a quick Photoshop tutorial, guys. You guys can change any single thing in here. You can change the logo, you can change anything. This is just showing you guys how to get the simplistic basic design in Photoshop. Okay, the same thing you can do in Illustrator. Illustrator is more of the design thing, Photoshop is more of the manipulation tool, but I like to design in both. Some things I do and I can work easier, my workflow is a bit easier in one than the other. Okay, if you're doing this for a company, maybe you like to work in layers, in groups, hit what your whole design is from there to there, Control Shift, and well, let's do it again. We're gonna click on the first tool, whatever we want to put in. We're gonna say highlight that 3, Control Shift, and then click on the last one, Control G. That puts it in group. We can double click on it. We can name that text. Push enter, and we can group that also. The shape, we can call this plug. Do that. We don't want to thing as that. The Bob is your uncle. You got simple things. You can hide the text, you can hide the file, you can keep the words, you can put another design in. That's your thing to choose at the end of the day. As I said, design on the A4 it works a lot easier because you can always crop it to whatever. If you want to do A3, you can do that also, and everything is in the middle of the screen, so that's easy for you guys to design with. Okay, A4 generally seem to work the best. I don't know why, but they do. So I always just design on the A4. If you want to use A3, you can, but not all the time it works out 100%. And also it's a bit of a bigger of a canvas, so you can't get everything in proportion. Okay. Anyway, guys, if you guys like this tutorial, hit the thumbs up button on the hit that thumbs up button on the. If you guys like this tutorial, hit that thumbs up button on the bottom of this video. Also hit the subscribe button. It does the channel a huge favor. So if you guys seen my last video about thank you YouTube for you, or thank you guys I should say, for helping me get this far, and stay tuned for some more videos like this. Okay guys, peace out, enjoy, see you guys in the next one.